Hello friends, Diana here from Garden Love. Today I'm going to be up-potting these passion fruit cuttings that I did last year from my amazing passion fruit that's growing like crazy. I'll show you guys a little clip of how huge this passion fruit is, how it's gotten. And I'm going to be doing a lot of trimming, and which means I'm going to be doing a lot of propagation on my passion fruit, just like I did here. There is a video showing you guys exactly how I did this propagation, so I'll link it right above so you guys can take a look at that. It's super easy. The biggest thing is for you guys to do it while it's warm, like in the 75 to 80 degrees, because that's when the plants are active and that's when your plants will start rooting. All right, and also keep it in the shade, that way they can you know, don't go into shock. Hello Lily, you haven't been in any of my videos lately. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
All right, so basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be separating these, because there's a couple in there, there's 3 of them in there, and I am going to be giving them their individual container, that way they can continue to root and grow, and I can give them away to family and friends who maybe want to have a privacy wall such as mine. That was the biggest reason why I grew my passion fruit. 1, I wanted it to be an edible living wall, and 2, I needed a little bit of privacy, that way my garden can look a little bit more private and more like a little hidden garden, and just so it's a magical place to go walk into. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm going to be doing. Basically all you need is some containers. These are all recycled from different purchases that I've done. Your cuttings, all right, so have your cuttings ready. This has been getting water, so there's very good moisture in there, which is good. That's a tip that I want to give you guys. When you guys are going to up-pot anything, make sure that you water it very well 24 hours prior. That way the plant has all the moisture that it wants and it needs. That way when you put it into a new container, it doesn't go into shock and it's you know, thirsty. Also, when it comes to cuttings, I use EV Stone almost for everything. So today I'm going to be using one of these containers. I trust EV Stone so well that honestly any EV Stone soil would do. I have the vegetable and flower soil booster, and then I have some azalea what do you call it, soil. So any of those would do great. I think that these plants won't mind what kind of soil it is, as long as it's a good soil and it has nutrients. If you guys are somewhere that doesn't have, you guys don't have EV Stone, I highly recommend to pick something that is for flowers, for flowers and vegetables, or maybe for fruit trees, okay? That way, usually those soils have nutrients to feed your plant, and also it has, it doesn't retain a lot of moisture, or a lot of water I should say, because moisture is important for your plants to have, because since they're a growing plant and doesn't have a lot of roots, you want the roots that it does have to have good contact with the soil, that way it can continue to drink and grow into it. Because if it's dried out, it's just going to stay where it's going to be, that way it could drink off of that soil, because usually the root ball is where the most moisture is held, because that's what your plants do. So you do want to make sure that it holds a little bit of moisture, not that you can see a puddle of water, just that you can see that there's moisture. Another thing you can do to help is put mulch on top, dry leaves, or what I love doing is putting pine needles. Those are amazing for mulch. I'm going to do a separate video on that because I love using pine needles as mulch, and my sister-in-law apparently has tons of them, which I'm super happy, because in my previous house I used to have a pine tree, and the tree would provide so many pine needles for all my trees, and since I moved here, unfortunately now I don't have it, but found out that my sister-in-law has them, so she's going to be sharing some with me, which she already did, but I'm going to ask her for more. If you're watching this, please give me some more. Anyways guys, let's go ahead and get started so I can show you guys how to do this. It's so simple. You're going to be like, wow, I can definitely do that, and I really do hope that this video shows you and teaches you how to do it, and makes you feel like it's so easy and you can do it too, because you could. Alright, let's get started. Look at that. You guys can see that? And I'm going to fill it up because I'm going to be...
Well, can I tell them something?
Sure, what do you want to tell them?
Make sure to subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. And click the notifications.
Alright, why don't you come up closer so they can see you?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. All right, guys, you guys ready for this? Look at this.
Can I help?
There is roots on that. Do you guys see that? I want to bring you guys closer so you guys can see these amazing roots. Look at that. So now that we know how amazing these roots are doing, I am going to put it in its own container. You know what? Time out. How can I possibly forget to use the most amazing product that I've been using for years that have done an amazing job at rooting and helping my fruits get established? Let me go ahead and get that. And here we go. This is where I save all my Shirt Star, which is an amazing product from Maybe Stone. I'll post a picture right over here so you guys can see what the box or bag looks like. Basically, it helps your roots get established. It has some amazing stuff in it to help it branch out and even grow some more roots. So I'm just going to take some of this powder and sprinkle it on the roots and cover it up. I'm going to use some of the soil that was on there. Probably grab a little bit more soil from back here. And that's it, guys. The roots are going to do the rest. Make sure to compact it because this soil is very fluffy. So I'm just going to compact it. The reason why I have these rocks in here is because that helps keep the roots down. And this is top heavy because look at how big this is. This is very long for a small little root ball. So there's one, guys. All right, so then
So large.
it's okay, Mama. Watch out, my love.
Wait, it was like, you know, the icebergs?
All right, guys. So now I'm just gonna keep doing the same to the rest. That way, we can get them done. One tip that I want to give you guys when it comes to rooting anything from cuttings is that once you transplant them, you want to keep them in the shade. You want to put them somewhere where it's bright, but it's shady. It's bright, but there's shade. It's not getting direct sun. See that?
Well, look at the bug.
See that? Oh yeah, roly-poly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use Shirt Star again. Like I mentioned, it has a lot of good stuff to help the roots get established, like mycorrhizin, and that mycorrhizin is gonna make the little few roots that it has in there expand and network within the roots. So basically, instead of one root growing, it's going to be like 3 growing from one root and 3 more growing from that root, and etc. And it's going to be like a huge network under there. And like I mentioned, let's make it tight. After this, I'm going to give them a good watering. This one already has its own container, but oh wait, let's finish these. See that? I really hope you guys can see the root on this. Guys, see that? It's roots from this cutting. I hope you guys can see that because it's very important. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this container here. This time I'm gonna use the soil booster. I'm just using whatever I have available. And soil booster and Azalea, honestly, they're the best. Anything from Maybe Stone, I highly recommend. Their products have the highest quality that you can find out there in the market. I absolutely love them. I know I mentioned this in almost all my videos. Every time I've done anything with their soil, my plants have just done great.
Mommy?
Yes, my love.
Oh, I have an idea.
Friends, I'm really hoping that this encourages you to go take some cuttings from a family or a neighbor's tree. That way you guys can start growing your own fruit trees. As you guys can see, this is a very simple process. I took these cuttings last year. I haven't had the time to uppot them, but here we go. We're taking care of it. Make sure to take a look at that video that I posted last year. I'm going to link it right above so you guys can see how easy it is to propagate just about anything. If you're enjoying this video and would like to see more like it, don't forget to give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends. I feel that this is the perfect time to start propagating the trees around you. Maybe you have a family or friend, or maybe you have a tree that you can propagate and start sharing with your family and friends. Maybe sell them here and there, especially since we're in quarantine. We don't have much going on at home, and also because some people unfortunately lost their job, and might be a way you guys can make money. And here we are, guys. All right, so this is gonna be my propagation little station. I am going to go ahead and put these amazing cuttings right here where there's plenty of shade, and it's bright enough for it to grow and thrive and no critters reaching it. And I'm going to give it a very good watering. Look at that. Look at how long this is. So I'm going to let it rest around this little thing. And I'm going to just let it go. There's another one right there. And that's what they're going to be for a little bit. That way they can grow the roots a little bit more and they can get well established. As one of the last few things that I have to do is give it a good watering, but in order to feed these beautiful little cuttings, I'm going to be putting some of this stuff inside my watering can. So it's fish emulsion with kelp. Okay, this stuff's amazing. It's also from E.B. Stone. I already went ahead and took care of that, and I went ahead and added it to my water. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Give it a good little watering. I don't know if you guys can see. And it's super bright here. They're gonna love this spot. And pretty soon, in a few weeks, I'm gonna be able to give these away to my family and friends. Last thing I want to do, since this is super long, I am going to give it some encouragement to get a little bit thicker. So as beautiful as this is, believe it or not, the best thing you can do is that. I know it's scary, especially since it's grown so much, but that would give this beautiful little cutting an opportunity to get wider instead of longer. And that's really the only one that I'm gonna do it to, because the other ones seem to do great. This one even has two little vines. This one has one, but it's pretty full of leaves, so I really like that. I'm gonna keep it this way. This one just was too long, so what's gonna end up happening, there's gonna be some little leaves come out of here, some little leaves come out of there, and some leaves out of there, and all along this little vine. And I'll show you guys in a few weeks if you guys want to look at that update, but for now I think it's gonna do amazing. I see right there, this vine was loaded, but then look at that. These are camouflaged very well between the vines, but as you can see, I have passion fruit. I'm so excited. I can't wait for these passion fruits to turn purple and actually have an opportunity to taste them. They are everywhere. I mean, they're so camouflaged that sometimes I don't even notice that they're there, but look at that. I don't know if you guys can